let's change an impeller. Alright guys, this video is going to be about changing the impeller. I've only done this once before, but if I recall, it's a relatively simple job and something that should be done every few years on an Alpha 1 Gen 2. I think you could probably get away with 5 or 6 years if you take good care of it, but it's one of those things that's kind of cheap insurance. So, how's this work? First thing you need to do is buy the kit. Let's see if I can get this up here. The kit I got comes with the new impeller, the new seal, a seal installation tool, a new shaft key, plate with gasket, some O-rings, an oil seal, and a couple of washers. Pretty much all you need. Now, if yours is worn out beyond a certain point, you will have to also replace maybe the metal housing or some other things, but you'll see that when we get there. Let me go set this down for a second. So this job is going to take some relatively simple tools. Some 5/16 wrenches. There's a nut on the underside of each one of these. There's 2 on each side. And then down through here is a bolt, and right up here in the front. Once those are off, you split the 2 halves, lift it up, and you'll see from there. So let me get everything ready and we'll get started. Alright, get started. I'm using just 2 5/8 open wrenches. You can use the socket, make it a little faster, but it goes pretty quick. Like I said, you're just taking these 4, 2 on each side out. Just be careful. There's a washer with that, you don't want to lose it. You'll notice on this one that somebody put a like a thread sealant on there. It's not a bad idea to put it back in just so you don't get any corrosion on the stainless and the aluminum housing, the dissimilar metals. I'm just going to thread these back together and set them up here. Getting a call. Hey, it's Jay. What's up, Jay? How'd your weekend go?
Hey, I've been busy all weekend. Figured I'd give you an update.
Fair enough. Hey, it's actually perfect timing. Got you on the phone. Maybe you can hang around, help me replace my impeller. Seem to have probably have some good advice. Been around these things a while.
100%. Better do it right than do it wrong.
True. Alright. Well, I got it here on the stand. Just getting ready to take the bolts out. Let me just set you up here. Alright. I'm just going to take these out and then I'll let you know where we're at.
100%.
Cool.
Oh, look at there. It popped loose easy.
Yeah, yeah, these guns.
That's what you call being a hoss, guys.
Killing me, Jay. Jay, I was actually wondering the other day, I was watching one of your videos and I was wondering how you actually came up with the name FRISCOBOATER.
I live in north of Dallas in Frisco.
Yeah. Makes sense.
100%.
Anyway, so I heard you actually, somebody told me you used to be able to water ski on your head back in the 90s.
I can't do that anymore.
Well, most people probably couldn't have ever done that, so it's still impressive.
100%.
Alright. Hey, I'm going to put you on hold here for a little bit so I can get back to this. I want to keep the people waiting. See ya.
100%.
Sorry about that. So the ones on this side I already have loosened up just to make this go a little quicker. Yeah, it's funny, I've had people comment on my videos that it's really good, appreciate all the detail you're going into, keep it up, and then other people saying, hey, these are too long, make them shorter. So kind of getting both ends of the spectrum. So they are a little bit long, I agree. I'm going to see if I can maybe shorten them up a little bit and see how that goes. All this talking isn't helping that though. Alright, so we got the 4 bolts out. This front one, actually somebody's borrowing my standard sockets right now, so I'm actually going to use a 13mm up here. I believe it's actually a 1/2 inch on this front bolt. There's that one. Set up here. And same socket back on here. Now this one back here is actually threaded into the impeller on the underside. So, or not the impeller, the one of the anode plates. So I like to kind of hold it up as I spin this so it doesn't drop down and fall. Alright, so there's your anode plate. I'm going to replace these on mine, so because they're in a little bit rough shape. Probably got a few more years in them, but hey, why not? If yours is a 3-liter, it'll have a fin on here that you need to pay attention to the orientation of that fin, because it's actually to help correct for any steering misalignment in the boat. So at this point, we're going to actually separate the 2 halves. Alright, I'm an idiot. I totally forgot the last time I did this. There's actually another bolt under here. That's why I couldn't get the 2 halves apart. Say 9/16, I think, under here. Again, I'm using metric, so I have my English sockets on it. That guy. That would keep it from coming apart. Alright, let's try that again. A little easier that time. So then you just pop your screwdriver under here, lift up where that pin is, that's separated. Now we're going to separate the gear case from the drive shaft housing. There we go. And there's a mouse nest in there. Holy crap. Told you guys, you leave these things out in the elements, things get in them. So this oil here is actually normal. On the Gen 2 drives, from here on up is actually continuously in oil. I think the Gen 1s, this is a greasable spot, but this is actually above a seal on the oil, so that's normal. What's not normal is me not having rags around, so let me go get one, which I didn't have to do. Just clean this up so it doesn't run all over. Your lube looks good though, nice and green. Just like when I drained it, it's good. Ugh, so much crap. So this is actually the port that goes down to the exhaust out through the prop, and something enjoyed living in there for a while. I'm gonna have to get a shop vac and get the rest of that out of there. Doesn't look like it goes down any further. Oh, man, that's gross. So next is we're gonna take off the water pump housing. Forgot Mercruiser pulled a quick one on these. These are actually metric. I should have known that because I literally made the alignment pins in their metric thread. Alright, the screws are out. Oh boy. Pop that loose, should slide up. Yep. Up and off the shaft. there's the old impeller. Doesn't look that bad. Let me pop it out. But there is a lot of gunk in here. I'm really not actually sure what that is. It's almost kind of like sand. It looks like it really abraded this plate, which is a good thing I'm replacing. Not all kits come with this bottom plate, so it's not that much more expensive to get it. Just pop that up. Now, one thing to mention is don't lose this key down in there. I also don't know if all the kits come with a new key. This one did, but the bigger thing is you want to make sure it doesn't fall down in somewhere. Just kind of lift that up and off. Try not to spill any of that dirt. Alright. Pop the old impeller out. Probably easier said than done. It's nice and dry in there. So, this is the inside of the impeller housing. Just want to inspect it, make sure there's no major dings or gouges or anything. Looks fairly smooth. A little bit of a ridge there, but nothing major. All in all, looks pretty good. You want to feel for a lip around here. Not really feeling anything, so. This one I don't have any issues reusing. Just going to clean it up on the outside, get some of the grease off. And this will be good to go. This is the old impeller. At first glance, it actually appears to be in pretty good shape. You see these take a set like this, these rubber arms. When you get the new kit, they're straight like that. But almost immediately when you put these things in, they take a set, so that's not necessarily an indicator of a worn out impeller. More or less, you're really looking for scoring or a lot of excessive wear on the tips of these, and also around these surfaces. It just basically touches everywhere inside the housing. Here's a little bit of a flat worn into the bottom. I mean, in a pinch, I would use this, but no need to. They're not that expensive to replace. So that's your impeller. And this slot right here is actually what engages with that key that we took out. You see that again. So now's a good opportunity to clean up around here, wipe it up, and just kind of prep it for the new one. This will also be a good time to check your input shaft for excessive play up and down. No play up and down. A little bit around is okay because it'll be supported up on the other side. So yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned up and we'll pick it up from there.